Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Late into the evening, rain slicking the pavements and the windows of the hospital corridor fogged with the breath of anxious visitors, Eamonn Holmes was rushed in. The ambulance siren faded and left a silence, broken only by the soft thump of his boots and the scrape of his walker against the linoleum. His face was ashen, the kind of pale where the color has fled, as though every moment of pain had drained him clean of normal life. Across town, Ruth Langsford sat in the living room of their house, the lamplight dim and the clock ticking like a metronome, counting down dread. She had been cooking dinner, a beef casserole he often loved, when her phone pinged. She looked at the message, "Hospital, bit of a fall, ambulance." The words blurred through her. She dropped the wooden spoon, the casserole bubbled in the oven, forgotten. She made her way across the rainy streets, her umbrella useless in the wind whipping the rain sideways. In the ambulance bay she found him, his shirt damp from sweat and rain, his breath shallow, his eyes flicking with fear. She grabbed his hand. "Eamonn," she whispered. His name sounded fragile on her lips. Inside, the world was antiseptic and white. Nurses flitted like ghosts in scrubs. Monitors beeped with a rhythm too steady, too knowing. He was examined, asked questions he didn't know how to answer, asked to rate his pain, but found only silence. Ruth stood by, watching every movement, every wince, every nurse's soft nod. She felt helpless in a way she'd never known. When the doctor finally closed the door behind him, Ruth's composure cracked. She sat beside Eamonn's bed and pulled in a shuddering breath. The words came out in a rush. "I'm so scared. I didn't expect this. I thought we'd have more time. I thought you'd be okay." Her voice broke. Tears slid down her cheeks in silent tracks. He reached to squeeze her hand, but barely. His strength was drained, not just by pain, but by fear. They had faced difficulty before, his chronic back pain, the mobility aids, the public eyes, but this felt different. This felt like the tipping moment, the one where everything they'd been putting off had landed. Ruth thought of the days when he would joke on television, smile easily, and she would tease him about his shoes. She thought of the years they spent side by side, hosting shows, raising a son, building a life. And now, sitting beside him in the stark hospital room, she felt all the weight of memories and all the fear of what might come. Fans outside the world saw a bit of the turmoil too. The photo he posted from the ambulance, the message, "Gosh, it hurts. Life's not easy these days." But inside the room, it was quieter, save for the soft beep of the monitor and the steady flow of time. Hours passed. He was stable, the immediate crisis passed, but the underlying battle remained. Ruth sat down on the hospital bench, folded into a chair next to his bed. She pulled her phone from her pocket and typed a message to their son. "Dad's okay. In hospital. I'll see you in the morning." She paused before sending because hope felt like a fragile thing. She stared at the message icon, blinking. Her mind drifted. She remembered a time when he left hospital after hip surgery and she had driven him home, helped him up the steps. Back then they laughed and said the worst was over. But now, the worst might not be over. She felt the weight of the all. At dawn, when light touched the horizon and the hospital ward glowed pale and gold, Eamonn opened his eyes. Ruth was asleep in the chair next to him. Her head rested on her arms. He reached out and gently touched her hair. She sat up, startled. He smiled, small but real. "Thank you," he said. Ruth nodded, blinking back tears. "We'll get through this," she whispered. In the quiet between them, a promise formed, not one of easy days or pain-free nights, but a standing together. Because sometimes, when the body falters, the heart must become the strength. When the world shifts under your feet, the hand you hold through the darkness becomes the ground. And somewhere in that hospital room, in the middle of a fall and a rush to the ward, they found a new kind of beginning.